Welcome to the late Marpa show. Welcome to the late Marsha show.
Parshas vayeitzei.
Esav hates his brother Jacob, and not because he took his snacks at school. Actually, it's kind of similar. Jacob took the blessings that Isaac had originally intended to give Esav, and now Esav's naturally red complexion is a lot redder as he burns with anger and plans to kill his brother. That's how it's not similar to a fight in school over snacks, unless you know someone who would murder whoever takes his snacks. At the advice of his mother, Jacob makes a run for his life to his uncle Lavan, who lived in a place called Haran, where Jacob hoped to meet one of his cousins and marry her. On his journey, Jacob stops over at a very holy place, actually the site of the future temple, the Beis Hamikdash, the Bet Hamikdash, the Holy Temple. Jacob goes to sleep over there, and actually that was his first time going to sleep in 14 years, being that he spent the last 14 years of his life in yeshiva studying Torah day and night, and never going to sleep, just taking naps when necessary. Well, before going to sleep, Jacob placed stones around his head to protect himself from wild animals. Question: granted, you may die if your head is eaten, but if you get eaten from the bottom up, you survive? Well, Jacob wasn't fully protecting himself because he trusted in God. But if he trusted in God, why was he protecting his head? Well, for this, let's explain exactly where he was headed. Pun intended. The name Haran hints to the fact that it was Haron af shel Mokim. That basically means that it was a place that caused God a lot of anger. This was a very unholy environment, to say the least. Jacob was on his way out of yeshiva and on his way into what people call the real world. No offense if that's what you call it. I just personally believe that the real world is not all that fake garbage out there. But the point is, that's where he was headed. Being headed there, he wanted to protect his head, the abode of his soul, his mind and his intellect, to be directed towards God and God only, as if he was still in yeshiva, surrounding it with stones saying, this part isn't going into that part. Am I being too vague here? I don't think so. Well, I hope not. The idea is like this. God does not want us to just lock ourselves in a room and learn Torah all day, just to engage in divine service with prayer and Torah study. That God has angels for. He didn't put us as souls in bodies down here to just serve him through divine services. So God wants this weird dynamic. He wants us in the world, dealing with the world, but staying holy all throughout. How do we make sure that we won't succumb to the world's ideas and mishagas? There's a verse that loosely translated says, when you work with your hands, you will eat, you will be happy, and it will be good for you. When we follow Jacob's example, go into the world and work with our hands. Keep our head involved in Torah. Keep our head involved in godliness. Then we can be assured of spiritual success. That itself brings material benefit and tremendous material success. The key to success physically is by hard work, but not only physically. So sign up to our Torah class today. Do another mitzvah. Work on your character. And may we see the ultimate blend of spiritual and material benefit with the revelation of Mashiach now. Demand his revelation from God. Shabbat Shalom.